back at it. One less boy this time.
2.
Well, last time.
That's the last time.
Wes, I'm going to make an early prediction that is not on the game list. I'm going to predict that Wes is playing Crusader Kings right now. And probably marrying off his sister or something like that. Because that's how that game goes. But, without further ado, the real boys.
The only ones that matter.
Yeah, the only ones that matter. We got Savannah and Robbie. I'm just trying to speed through this.
And okay. Ryan.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And myself. So, Savannah's done her part in writing the games down. So, without further ado, let's get this carried.
We're gonna start implementing our 45-second timer and 2-minute round table talk at the end. So up first, it's a real close game. It's real intense. MTSU is playing at Michigan. What's your prediction, Ryan? Timer starting now.
I'm predicting Big Blue to win. Michigan. The Blue at Maze.
Shut the hell up.
I'm using all my 45 seconds. I'm just kidding.
Of course Ryan will be that head ass. It's like, I'm going to use every second on this very pick.
I will filibuster this 40. Okay, but no, seriously. Michigan.
Alright, Robbie.
Yeah, I got Michigan big. I would probably put...
even done a timer on this one.
I'd probably put money on Michigan covering that spread.
What is the spread?
32.5.
Yeah, So then I don't do it.
Don't do it.
I gotta go Michigan.
Oh, okay.
But
speaking of that, Wes is the only
they will
one
not
to get
cover the spread.
Wes is the only one to get every game right last week.
And I don't know how the hell that happened.
And that's because he literally just picked Hawaii
as a meme.
Yeah.
What if BYU wins the championship after he memed it? That would be hilarious.
Alright, we ready for
Speaking
the next
of that,
game?
stuff will not be getting believed. So cover your kids' ears while they're listening to pod.
Alright, number 2 game. This is an important one. We have Fresno State at USC, who is a 13.5-point favorite.
Well, sometimes when the going gets tough, you gotta dog them out. And I think the protection is going to be good, but sometimes...
Is Fresno State the Bulldogs?
Yeah, sometimes instead of just putting up with the bull, you gotta go doggy. Alright, so... Basically, long way of saying Fresno State is not going to win this game.
You're so dumb.
Tom.
Okay. You're up, Robbie.
He's going to use his 45 seconds to speak.
I don't really have an innuendo this week. I'm just going to pick USC.
The correct choice. So, I'm thinking that Fresno State's going to come in and try to raw dog, they're the Bulldogs.
Oh, okay.
But the Trojans, Trojans always are a safer bet than the Raw Dogs, so...
literally safer.
I'm going to have to take the safer bet. The Trojans.
Side note, the score to the BYU and Utah game is nice.
Oh, hell yeah.
Also, I'm going to just... This is a prediction. And you can take this to the bank. We're recording this on a Wednesday. I'm going to predict that Clemson beats Georgia Tech 52-14. Like, I bet all my money on this. So I hope they do.
Hey, just told us the current score of the BYU game,
Idiot.
which is happening right now.
It actually is final.
Okay.
You're an idiot.
Anyways.
Oh,
Next
crap.
game.
Yeah, the BYU game is... Never mind.
Alright, next game. We have FAU at number 5, Ohio State. I didn't put who the favorite was. But
I think
So,
we know.
I
stop.
think we know.
Stop it. Well,
I think we all know that FAU is the favorite.
Alright, Ryan, you ready?
well, I don't know if y'all saw what Lane Kiffin said, but I would think that someone asked him, like, why they're playing, and he said, I didn't schedule this game, and he's not happy about it. So basically, when Lane Kiffin's not happy, he's gonna win the game, all right, or he's gonna go home with like his lovely wife in Boca Raton, which is better than Columbus, Ohio. So at the end of the day, who really wins? I'm taking Ohio State, but I would love to see Florida Atlantic win this game. Not only for the state of Florida and Lane Kiffin, but for Conference USA.
Hell yeah.
Kusa, baby.
Oh, perfect timing. Alright, Robbie, go.
We all know I love Lane Kiffin. And I would love to see them beat Ohio State because... Sorry, Ryan. Well, you're not bleeping them. Fuck Ohio State.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, fans.
But Ohio State's going to win probably pretty big.
FAU is getting paid $1.4 million to go to Columbus and play the Buckeyes. What if they got paid that much to beat the Buckeyes?
You know, I was going to say that maybe Ohio State would, like, overlook them, but their next few games are Cincinnati, Indiana, Miami, Ohio, and then Nebraska is their first ranked
Ohio
opponent.
State don't.
But they
the
have...
Big Ten is soft.
They have a few weeks, so I was like, maybe they have a good game coming up next week, you know, and they would, like...
Overlook them? Nope.
Overlook them?
Cincinnati.
Mm-mm. No, that ain't gonna happen. I mean, I'm here for the Lane train, but it ain't gonna happen. Ryan, did you pick Ohio State?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think we all do.
Okay.
Alright. What's the next one?
Next game is Ole Miss at Memphis, who is a 6-point favorite. Memphis is a 6-point favorite.
Memphis is a 6-point favorite?
That's exactly...
That's why I put it on here. I was like, that's an interesting
That is
matchup.
interesting.
Well, here's my take. Alright. Memphis does not have it. Okay? Ole Miss is going to win this game big. Talent is more important than hard work, kids. Alright?
That means if you're really talented, you can be as lazy as you want.
And Power 5 talent is way more than Group of 5 talent. And this rivalry has heated up the past few years. So Ole Miss
It's changed.
by 20.
It's changed. Now Memphis is just a 4.5-point favorite. That's changed since I wrote this.
Write it. Ole Miss 20-point favorite in my book.
Alright, Robbie.
Where's the game at?
It's at Memphis.
Yeah, it's like a 40-mile.
It's not very far.
Uh-uh.
I think Ole Miss, even though they're technically the underdog in this game.
Well, the matchup predictor has them at 51.6% chance of winning, so...
Ole Miss does.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ole Miss should probably win this game, but I'm going to go with Memphis. I think Memphis gets it done because Ole Miss has been pretty sorry the last few years.
I was about to say, I'm also going to go Memphis, but because their last 5 games, they lost to Mississippi State. Okay, they were ranked 18. They lost to Vanderbilt, Texas A&M, South Carolina, and Auburn.
And I think Ole Miss is starting a new quarterback this year.
That was
so
yours, sorry. But they took pretty big L's to a lot of mediocre teams. Memphis, maybe they didn't finish out the season great, but I think they've improved.
Yeah, I think Memphis will beat them.
I think Memphis is gonna cover that spread easy.
You can't bleep a visual effect.
Oh, also, I forgot to say earlier when we were talking about FAU Ohio State. Speaking of bleeps, fuck Ohio State.
Yes.
It's gotta be thrown in there.
Every time.
I can't believe I forgot it the first time around, but
Okay.
anyways.
Savannah doesn't have this wrote down, but gotta have our It Just Means More segment of the week.
Oh my gosh.
First SEC conference game of the season. Georgia at Vanderbilt. I think it's at Vanderbilt.
Who's the favorite?
That's fine. Who do you think's the favorite? Georgia. But
But how much?
22 and a half. My question is, this over-under at 58.5, I'm going to change the theory on it. Over-under 58.5%. Do you think there will be more Georgia fans in Nashville?
Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
Every time Vanderbilt plays a big school that's like fairly close, there's always more of the visiting team's fans.
Well, I mean, we live pretty close. We live a lot closer to Nashville than we do Knoxville. But how many more Tennessee fans do you know from here over Vanderbilt fans? And we live an hour from Nashville. I mean, we could go to Vandy games in an hour, but we drive 3.5 hours to go to Knoxville.
And they really need to play a game on Halloween every time because it looks like
and every other year when UT plays at Vanderbilt,
but
the stadium is like 80% orange. I mean,
it's kind of sad.
This is taunting me. It says tickets as low as $205. Whoa, that's a steal for a game that's 22.5 point favorite. Yeah, I'm obviously taking Georgia in this. But I thought of this the other day, guys. Does UGA stand for University of Georgia? Because GA is Georgia, right?
Oh, it's University of Georgia at Athens.
I know, but I don't know. If GA means Georgia, then it kind of goes with both of them. So it's kind of beautiful the way that it's set up.
Oh, so beautiful. Thank you for drawing that to my attention.
Yeah.
I'm like...
Life-changing fact.
Or would University of Georgia at Atlanta also be UGA?
Well, it's not in Atlanta. It's in Athens.
No, I'm saying if there was one.
But there's not. So
I bet there is.
I bet there's not.
I also bet that there's not.
I mean, it's not like you have a University of Tennessee Nashville just because it's a big city here.
Yeah.
Oh, University of Georgia Atlanta campus. Buckhead. Yep, found it.
It just says UGA Professional Master's Programs.
That's
Alright.
It's just like a master's.
On to the next one.
We didn't even pick. I'm going to take Georgia covering the spread, but I'm going to take the under because I don't think that Vanderbilt will score enough to hit the over.
I 100% agree. Like, this is not going to be a high-scoring game on Vanderbilt's part.
I'm going to say it's going to be like 45 to like 6.
Yeah.
It's blowout.
In other news, or I'll let Savannah pick while I'm figuring something out.
I'm going to go the same route. I don't think Georgia will score that much on them. First game of the season, they're going to just come out, they're not going to be full speed ahead because it's like, what the hell ever, it's Vandy. But they'll definitely get at least, I would say 35 to 6 or 7.
Are you trying to figure out how bad Vanderbilt is?
No, Liberty. Liberty is the number 110 team in the country, and they are hosting number 22 Syracuse on opening weekend.
They're hosting them?
Yes. I don't know who scheduled this, but Liberty is about to be ranking in the money. Probably not, because who really wants to watch Syracuse? But
where is Liberty? Is that in
Oh, I think it's in Virginia.
Oh. That sounds right, actually. Not that
Why
important.
would they even, like, let them host it?
Well, they're FBS now.
Well, but, like...
They got Hugh Freeze, big dog. He's going to go hire some prostitutes.
They probably did
like
a home and home thing. Like
guess.
they probably play at Syracuse in a couple of years or something.
Well, I was
Or
about to
next
say,
year.
because I don't know that MTSU, we've played some, like, pretty big ranked teams, but, like, it's never been at MTSU, other than, like, Vandy, who was, like, you know, they're 45 minutes from each other. It's just kind of like a small rivalry, local rivalry.
This might be the worst Chick-fil-A kickoff game I've ever seen. Duke and number 2 Alabama.
Duke, so weird.
Duke.
He has to enunciate it. He thinks he's like, I don't know. He thinks he's hot shit.
Oh my god! I'm just
Hey,
saying.
Bitch, you ain't.
What do you put in your car?
Oil.
How do you say it?
Oh.
Oh,
I hate
okay.
oil.
Thank God.
All right.
We are from Tennessee, brother.
We are from Smith County.
I literally, like, when I was teaching in Murfreesboro, some of my kids couldn't understand what I was saying. Like, I had a girl, I don't know if
You
I
proud
should
of
say
yourself?
their names.
How do you say?
I don't-
How do you say Lebanon?
Lebanon?
Lebanon.
I want
I'm
to
No,
hit you.
he'll say fucking Lafayette instead of
Yeah,
Lafayette.
you're in.
It is
Well,
Lafayette, though.
No,
No,
not
okay.
the one in Tennessee.
If
Not
you're
the
in
one
Louisiana,
Tennessee.
yeah, Lafayette.
The one in
Tennessee, Macon County
is
is
Lafayette.
Lafayette.
They don't know how to talk.
Brad says Lebanon, like
Lebanon.
and it bugs the shit out of me.
No.
Maybe we should have got Brad on the pod. He wouldn't know anything.
He
It would
wouldn't
be kind of
dick.
funny. It'd be really funny. All right, y'all wanna? I think we've went over our 2-minute timer.
Oh,
You're
sure.
supposed to be harder on
we
this. So.
went off topic.
It's
though.
alright.
It's all good. It's just
2
three
minute
of us.
timer doesn't count if we're not talking about the game.
Yeah, we was already done with the game.
All right, game of the week. It's decent. Number 11, Oregon at. Oh no, it's not at there. I think it's just like a
I think it's a
neutral site.
Yeah, I think it's in Dallas.
Yeah, Oregon versus number 16, Auburn. Auburn's the 3-point
Yeah,
favorite.
or Arlington.
Yeah,
Whatever.
technically Arlington.
Yeah.
Auburn,
It's at the Cowboy Stadium.
Yeah, Auburn is a 3-point favorite, even though they're ranked 5 spots lower.
The SEC bias.
Yeah, I'm low key gonna say
Wanna
that my
make sure
boy
that's-
Justin Herbert,
I'm gonna hit you in the face. His last name.
Justin
is
Herbert,
Literally
Oh,
pronounced
okay.
Herbert. Okay.
Now
Just-
Auburn's now a 3.5-point favorite.
Justin
so 3
Herbert
points.
gonna be a stud. He's gonna show why he went back to college and that number 1 player in the country, Thibodeau or whatever. He's gonna break out. Auburn is washed, and the entire state of Alabama's football programs is about to go down the drain. Because I heard on this one documentary, if someone falls, they're going to hit hard. So the whole state is going
You didn't say
to
that
fall.
at all, like the documentary said. It said, like,
Dude, I could buy tickets for this cheaper than I could the Vanderbilt game.
it said the bigger the dynasty, the harder the fall.
Oh.
Because it was talking about Miami's
Miami.
big fall off. And I was like, you know, that's kind of true. Like, you know, every dynasty, the bigger it gets, then, like, it'll crash at some point.
USC.
Yeah.
My new Nebraska
Dude.
about to be back.
When Alabama crashes, it's
When
gonna be-
Saban
when Saban retires.
Like, they'll probably still be decent for 2 or 3 years after.
Uh-huh.
But if they don't get the right coach
Uh-huh.
after, like, Saban's recruits cycle out, yeah, they're going to be dog shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's also, if, like, Dabo passes on that job, it's going to be hard to get someone to take that job. Because who
It's
wants
such
to
a
follow
big legacy
Nick
to follow.
Saban?
Yeah. Such a big spot to step into.
I don't think Dabo takes that job.
I don't think he does either.
Mm-hmm.
I think he'd be stupid at this
Just
point.
wait
to
till my
take
boy Urban takes the USC job. It's happening.
that. Oh, yeah, and then in 5 years he'll fake heart trouble again. He's such a bitch.
Yikes.
Anyways, I don't give a damn about the whole state of Alabama.
Okay, I feel you.
Oregon by 17.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking Oregon. I don't know if I said it.
I think Auburn struggles even more this year than they did last year. They're starting a freshman at quarterback. Malzahn might be gone after this year.
I don't necessarily love Oregon, but like, I don't love Auburn either. I don't have a strong hate on either, but you know, Auburn is from Alabama.
Yeah, and we don't give a damn about the whole state of Alabama.
Yeah, that's just how it is, and I feel like most of the country feels that way, honestly. As a state and as you know, the football teams there, the whole state's just kind of
awful, terrible.
But I'm gonna have to go Oregon because I mean, there's a reason they're ranked higher. I think that they'll end up top 10. That's my bold prediction.
I picked them to get into my Final Four, so I gotta ride with them.
Oh yeah, you do have to pick them. I think they'll end up number 8 or 9 for the season. I
think Herbert can, as long as they don't slip up somewhere, I think he can carry them to the playoff, and then they'll get.
I don't know what the matchup predictor said.
They'll get their shit kicked in when they have to play Clemson or Alabama, but
this game matters a ton to the.
So it says Auburn has a 53.4% chance.
Pac-12. I think the Pac-12 gets slept on because, like, in some of those, because they're just really even throughout.
Well, like, they never really have one team that is just like super dominant. Like
the whole conference needs USC back.
Like you said, they're all kind of like they're at the top. They're all pretty decent, even teams, but they're not just like the Big Ten is trash as a whole. But they always have Ohio State that stands out above everybody, and like the ACC has Clemson.
But like, within the next 10 years, when USC is back, it's going to be a scary sight, I feel like, because
if USC gets back,
they'll be back.
I don't think it'll be if they keep Helton there.
No, but when Urban or Kiffin
Urban
comes back,
0%. I don't see them hiring Kiffin back.
Okay.
So they can
How
leave
weird
him.
is it that I just got that out? Is that dude?
Yo, Savannah, we ain't talking about
Not
it
the one
right
I
now.
showed you earlier.
All right.
Sorry. I was like,
Do we have anything else?
Tennessee's going to win by 40 Saturday. We didn't pick that game.
We didn't pick it.
I'm just throwing that out there.
Well,
Tennessee is going to be game of the week next week. Whenever they face BYU.
Hellworld,
shit.
baby.
We definitely will pick that one.
If BYU wins this game, they low-key might be right.
By the time you're listening to this, you'll already know the answer, but...
Yeah.
That doesn't change the fact that it matters anymore.
How far down was Tennessee?
Tennessee is actually number... I don't know where they are. 47.
I mean, that's not good, but it's not as bad as it probably should be.
BYU is number 55. And they have a tough start to the season.
God, Utah, Tennessee, USC, and Washington. Wow, that is a tough start.
Hey, but they're hosting Utah, USC, and Washington, so they better know how to party. I do think if they beat Utah, I think they can beat Tennessee. It just depends on if those fans drinking the beer. Because if they're drinking the beer, that's going to escalate the noise.
Tennessee did get some good news this week.
At Solomon Club?
Solomon got cleared to play, and then Trey Smith also got cleared to play.
Yeah, but then y'all don't have the other Patuli or whatever his name is.
That's fine.
Is he not good?
He's low-key kind of trash.
I saw that Trey Smith's going to be playing guard.
That's where he should be playing anyways. That's like his natural position. But we'll have... With him playing, we'll have 3 5-star linemen now. And Brandon Kennedy was like a 4-star. And then I think Jameer Johnson was a 4-star. So, I mean...
Just wait till we get a 5-star.
Well, how long have y'all had a football program?
A long time.
Yeah, y'all still ain't got one.
We got rings though. That's all that matters.
Not since World War One.
All right, anyone got quick fire? Who's gonna win the Heisman?
Trevor Lawrence.
I'm going with Jonathan Taylor
I'm going.
from Wisconsin, the running back from Wisconsin.
I'm not making that prediction yet. I don't feel like I've looked into it enough.
My early prediction is going to be Lawrence or Herbert.
All right, Savannah. If you had to say a team that the Heisman winner will be on,
Oklahoma would be a safe bet. They won the last two.
Off transfer quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But I also heard that Hurts might not even be starting.
He got named the starter.
I heard that it's a close. If he struggles,
he may. That Rattler kid is he's a stud.
Savannah, I hate to do it. What happened to Miami? Oh.
Our offensive line and our new quarterback is tough. Dude,
Florida did not look very impressive either.
No,
though.
my dude came out his first game ever and got sacked like 12 times. That's tough.
He has to hate himself.
Oh, he's got to... Oh, I mean, it's not like... He was staying in the pocket too long. But, like, the offensive line was not...
doing him any favors.
They lost solely because of him. I'm just kidding.
It's like...
They were not helping him at all. Like, he could have had... They could have stopped at least half of those sacks. Half of them, I'll give him.
It's like Garantano, which, by the way, did you know that everybody's been pronouncing his last name wrong this whole time?
No.
It's Garantano.
Oh.
He just did not correct anyone. But anyways, I'm still...
Well, that's like Marcus Mariota. Everybody calls him Mariota, and it's actually Mariota, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. But anyways, like, last year he got sacked a shit ton. And he held on to the ball for 10 years every time. But, like, our offensive line last year was also garbage.
I was about to say, our defense didn't look bad. We forced some turnovers. The offense didn't look horrible. We have some good players. It's just our offensive line and a young quarterback.
Miami's offensive coordinator is low-key a douche. Did you see what he said after that? He literally was just like, he didn't say anything about how the offensive line was garbage. He literally just said whatever the quarterback's name is.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, he did not play well enough for us to win. How about his freshman quarterback?
This dude is like 19.
His first start.
First time, and he came out against Florida with a weak offensive line, and they're like, it's all your damn fault.
Which, that guy's, Miami's offensive coordinator is like, kind of a snowflake. He's like, he took the Michigan job, or like agreed to take the Michigan offensive coordinator job for like 10 days, and he was at Alabama, and then backed out and took the Miami job, and like when he left from Miami, he didn't even tell Saban. He literally just packed his shit and left. And then they like had an offensive meeting.
It's kind of a power move, though.
It's like wishy-washy.
They had like an
I don't
offensive
really
staff
want that
meeting,
coach, you know? And
he just wasn't there. And Saban was like, "Where is Enos?" And one of the other assistants had to tell him.
Can you imagine, like, being in that room when Saban, like,
oh man,
reacted?
I don't. By the way, I want a hat like Saban always wears to practice. I've been thinking that for a couple of years, but
Nope.
that hat is fresh. But
Is it the black and white hat? Is he still,
no, that's Bear Bryant.
That's
Bear
Bear
Bryant.
Bryant.
No, he just wears like a little straw hat
it's like
that
a
has
straw
the
hat.
Alabama A.
Oh, with those little shorts.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen the pictures of them. Okay.
my man, fresh. Oh, but I got. You was talking about the Miami defense. I got a theory as to their new turnover chain. It's got the area code on there, but that's not why they said it. It's their season motto. Is how many games you're gonna win this year? 3 of 5. Roasted.
It's so funny. Oh my god.
Okay, that's all I got.
Bitch, they're gonna win more than TCU does.
That's false.
Bet. The only reason they wouldn't.
I might agree with that on that.
Do y'all play
The only reason
Kansas
that
this
they
year?
would not is if they. You got to look at TCU's schedule. Take that into account.
ACC is softer than the Big 12. Y'all don't play Clemson this year.
Kansas
Yes,
State,
West
Iowa
Miles.
State.
He tried to throw out Kansas right then. It's like, y'all don't have to play Kansas. Like, bitch, you're lucky you get to play Kansas. That's an easy win in your conference.
They got
But
West
they don't-
Miles.
But they don't win, though. That's the thing.
They always struggle with Kansas.
Like, they'll be
I will
having
not
a
take-
nice season, and, like,
I will
Kansas
not
comes
take
up, and
this
they're
Gary slander. He's
I mean,
the best
I-
coach in
I
college.
mean,
like,
I'm
I
not-
like Gary.
I'm not slandering Gary. I'm just slandering TCU.
The best coach in college. That's not got a ring.
That's still debatable.
Okay. I'm getting off.
I got a hot take.
Oh no.
If Pruitt sucks and they fire him in like 4 years, if Kiffin does not have a Power 5 job, I bet Tennessee hires him back.
Dude, Pruitt is supposedly... He's been like quarterback whispering to Garantano
Well,
all off season, and
Well-
they're like best friends now. And
Pruitt's a defensive coach, so...
dude, quarterback whisperer, just like John Gruden.
Shut up.
That's what the media is saying. They're saying they're best friends now.
Okay. I hate Garantano. He comes
He's got cool hair though.
See, what worries me is that if Pruitt does do good at Tennessee, when Saban retires, I'm worried that he's just going to jump ship to Alabama. If he does good.
I don't know. He was roasting Tuscaloosa the other day. I don't
Well,
know
he's
exactly what he
Tennessee's
said, but
coach,
he said, I need all the fans down in Tuscaloosa.
I wish Miami would hire another coach like Jimmy Johnson. Like,
What, racist? I'm just kidding.
no.
If he's a NASCAR driver, he's got to be
Oh my
racist.
Oh my
I'm
God.
just-
Just shut up.
No, this dude was like hard. Well, one of the one of the players who was African American said our first black coach was not so and so who coached like in the 90s. He was like, it was Jimmy Johnson. So Jimmy was hard. He didn't give a damn if they celebrated or fought people as long as they were winning, and I kind of like that attitude. So not everybody does, but I think it's interesting to watch games with fights in them and celebrating and stuff. That makes the game more fun to me.
I wish Tennessee had a coach like Kiffin again. I would trade some sanctions for a national championship.
Oh, I don't know about it.
I'll take some recruiting violations for a natty.
That's really how it be sometimes. You know what happens everywhere. Like, there's so many
Everywhere.
rules are broken, and we just...
Not at TCU.
Every once in a while, someone gets caught, and you're like, tough. We definitely aren't doing that here.
We ain't doing that.
What's really... Did y'all see during the off season, TCU didn't offer this 4-star that had gotten offers from like Alabama and Georgia,
Yeah.
and I'm guessing they was just thinking like, we got no shot. This man was mad that TCU didn't offer him, and then we offered and he committed like right off. I was like, what? So he better be good, or. And also, Daylon Mack, if you're listening, I remember when you snubbed us, you was going to be our first 5-star. I saw you on a Madden draft the other day.
Where did he go?
Texas A&M. He's trash. I drafted him and literally cut him right after just so he would feel the
You know
pain.
what's
that I
funny?
had.
Tennessee has more 5-stars starting on our offensive line this year than TCU's ever gotten 5-star commits.
Dude, Houston had more 5-stars last year with Ed Oliver. Trash. Ed Oliver was playing on the Houston though. But this is all I got. We all go?
Yep.
Okay. So, what you gotta say?
Alright, closing statement. We're looking at a repeat of 1983. That's all I'm going to say.
Closing statement. Everybody at West Dunbar and tell him Crusader Kings can wait.
That I know that he did not fall asleep at 10 o'clock when we were texting him.
No chance.
There's no way. My dude was either playing with his cat or playing Crusader Kings. That's the two things he does.
Or playing with the cat that he had to gift his sister to marry him on Crusader Kings. Just think about that. Okay, I'm done. I'm tired.
Oh, I'm tired as crap.
I just assembled. All right,
Perfect timing.
PodBois out.
Go Slaves.
Too tired